Hey guys, what's up? Hey, listen guys, my truck, I tipped it over. It was destroyed in Euro Truck Driver 2013. So I got fired. Now I'm just back home playing some Call of Duty Black Ops 2. So what I want to talk about is the PS4. Rumors going around that the PS4 will not be about next generation graphics. It's going to be more about the experience. Now, one of the rumors that's going around is you're going to be able to hook up your cell phone to the PS4. I don't know what you're going to be able to do with it. Maybe as another controller or something else. I don't know. Rearview mirror to a racing game, Star Trek coordinator, whatever. I don't know. Maybe you're going to be able to do some other type of things with your phone or whatever. But PS4, it's not really about the graphics. And I probably think this is probably going to be the same thing about the Xbox 720. Now, a lot of people are saying, why aren't we getting a true next generation video game system like before? And a lot of people are just saying, it's not going to be a true upgrade. Well, there's a lot of truth to this. And let me try to explain this to you guys. Right now, this is Black Ops 2. All right, Black Ops 2 on the Xbox 360. Doesn't matter if it's even the PS3 version. It's upscaled, all right? So it's like 540, whatever the resolution is. It's upscaled to 720 or 1080i or 1080p or whatever the resolution you set your television to. And it upscales it to that resolution. Now, there's a lot of, mathematics going on in the background to upscale this properly. But you still get the jaggies. Sometimes, you still get those, not that sweet of a texture, on the textures. It's not as nice as the PC. The PC, you can tell the difference. It's just better. But overall, I think the upscaling looks pretty good. I mean, and, they do a really good job of upscaling, but it's not native, HD. So, I mean, that's what they want to get. They want to get to native 1080p. So they render out their games in native 1080p, so they'll look really good. And, the reason because of this is because, I don't really know this perfectly, but what if you took a game that had double the amazing textures, double the amount of polygons and all this other stuff, but it's still a 540p game, and it's upscaled? Let's say you took double, let's say this game looked like Avatar in 480p. Could you even upscale to a good 1080p? I don't know. Maybe not. So maybe that's one of the reasons why they don't want to stay in sub HD and just keep on upscaling, because it still may not be what people want. It'll even look worse. So maybe they're like, all right, let's just render everything out in native 1080p. And 4K is coming, and it's gonna give their games more life when the 4K sets come out. So the PS3, the PS4, the Xbox 720, you'll be able to maybe even upscale to 4K on some games. But anyway, moving on, Sony stock has dropped by 10%. I don't know what's going on with Sony, but they're not the Sony that we used to always love. I know there's a lot of PlayStation fans out there, but overall, Sony is hurting. And one of the reasons because of this is because there's other players in the game now. We got Apple. I mean, you just look at what Apple did with touch devices. Completely changed the game for everybody. We now have Android phones. We now have Blackberries, and, their versions. Ubuntu, Firefox is getting into the game. There's other operating systems that want a piece of the pie, and Sony isn't doing anything. And the cell phone industry is probably one of the biggest industries of tech. Just people buying things. A lot of people just upgrade every year or two. So Sony either has to come out with a really good phone. I don't know what they can do. TV sets, nobody talks about buying a Sony TV set. I own a 32-inch Sony television set, a Bravio. I love it. It's a beautiful TV set. Great speakers. Some people say the Samsungs have a little bit of a better picture, but the Bravios have a you know, better speakers and so on. But Sony cameras are absolutely beautiful. Their SLTs, their Nex cameras, their camcorder line. Sony puts out good quality cameras now. I mean, it's really good stuff, but that's actually a small market camera as well. But anyway, moving on to our next story. Now, this actually has me really excited. Gabe Newell from Valve is talking to A.J. Adams for the new Half-Life Portal movie. Alright. Now, A.J. Adams, what he did with the new Star Trek franchise, he did an amazing job with that. Absolutely an amazing job. He deserves every bit of credit for making that an epic movie, because that movie could have went for a flop, and Star Trek would have sucked again. Because Star Trek was, I don't know, with the TV shows, it was going up and down, and I don't know, just wasn't feeling the love all the time for Star Trek. But I love the original Star Trek. I love all the characters and all the new actors who are playing those characters now. They've all nailed it. They all play something. I even like it's how they even play the characters a little bit different. Kirk plays it a little bit different. Scotty's a little bit different. He even has that little dinosaur lizard friend, whatever. Scotty. I thought that was a little bit of a nice touch and so on. But anyway, you know, A.J. Adams is doing the new Star Wars movie, so that looks really good. You know, Fringe was a little bit weird for me. Fringe was, you know, I liked half of what Fringe was. Where Fringe, where you had the main story, the parallel universe, those ball guys, you know, all that stuff. That stuff was really interesting. But when they did the Disease of the Week episode, or the Outbreak episode, that had nothing really to do with the main storyline. It was like a filler. Because in American television, they have like 22 episodes. So if you come up with an idea, you have to like, oh, I got to fill up 22 episodes. Well, I don't really have enough material for 12. So I'll put a bunch of filler episodes. So they would have main story, disease episode, main story, disease episode, and so on. I don't like Lost. I fucking hate that show. Lost to me is a piece of shit. I never liked Lost from the beginning. But anyway, got some sad news here. One of my favorite developers for iOS, the company which is responsible for Infinity Blade, is rumored to be going out of business. Alright, Infinity Blade, when it came out for iOS, it was just amazing. You're looking at a game that looks as good as Gears of War. Granted, you don't have all the moves, all that, like everything, like freedom, walking around and so on, but it looks just as good as Gears of War as a next generation console. I'm not even saying Xbox One, PS2, okay? I'm talking about Xbox 360 and PS3. That's what Infinity Blade looks like. And it's running the Unreal Engine. And what's even more impressive is I can play Infinity Blade. Yes, I still have my junky old iPhone 3GS. I can play Infinity Blade on this old piece of shit with a 600 megahertz CPU. And it looks beautiful. Doesn't look as good as my iPod Touch with the Retina display, but still looks really good. You know, they brought out Infinity Blade 2, and they were working on the Dungeons one, and it's possibly the studio is being closed. I don't know why. They sold so many copies. It's a shame. Really love that company to death. You know, there's other games that are like Infinity Blade, the Avengers one, the Batman one, there's the Karate one. The Karate one I didn't like too much. It's average. It's okay. Give it about a C. The Avengers one with the Hulk is awesome. The Batman one is really good. Whatever. They're all really good. I even got some videos on some of those. If I can remember, I'll leave the links in the description box of this video. But once again, guys, have a good one. Sign out. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Give me a like if you like this video. Leave a comment below. Have any questions. Later.
Kill confirmed.